Hey everybody, it's Deanna Fenton here, and welcome to this week's episode of Simple Steps to Online Success. Go ahead and request membership in the free Facebook group, and it's called, if you just type in Kajabi Kickstart, you'll see it. So when we're talking about a funnel, the basic explanation and definition that I use is typically the path that someone will take from not knowing who you are to actually becoming a customer. It is a path that you design that leads that individual along a series of steps and stages to becoming an active subscriber, a follower, and then ultimately a customer. So there's different stages in the funnel. And you'll find that there's some people call these different stages by different names, but these are the names that I use. So the first thing when you're planning your funnel is really the most important. And that is, where are these people going to come from? What are your traffic sources for introducing people to who you are and what you offer? So there are two kinds of traffic sources. There's organic, and that could be based on the SEO activities that you do with your website. It could be through your social media channels. It could be from in-person presentations, being featured on other people's podcasts. In effect, it's all free traffic. You're not paying for it. Now, then the other more expensive, but typically probably faster source of your traffic are paid ads. And that could be obviously Facebook and Instagram ads, or Google AdWords, or any other paid sources of traffic to drive them to some entry point into your funnel. So then we come into the exposure, which is where are you going to send them? So whether it's organic traffic or paid traffic, you're going to send them somewhere. And when you send them there, typically a landing page, you are going to give them some kind of motivation to connect with you. And that is what we refer to as the top of the funnel, which is the discovery. And that is your initial way to start to generate your leads. So if you notice on the left, there are your objectives, and on the right are the tools that you would use to do that. So from this standpoint, we're talking about landing pages and calls to action. Those would be things like driving them to a landing page, offering, this says white papers, unless you are in a specific industry where white papers are something that people typically offer. You're probably looking more at a mini course. The objective is to give somebody a small, actionable piece of content that is going to give them a small win and demonstrate your expertise in that subject. And obviously the goal here is getting that email, because you want to start building your list and you want to start connecting with these people. The second is our middle of funnel, which is, as this is described, is your consideration, which is, once again, you continue to build that credibility and demonstrate your expertise. In your case, this may be inviting them on a webinar. If you are suddenly ready to start to make an offer, might be a little soon under the consideration phase, but you might offer webinars, case studies. Some of these other options here, catalogs and brochures, are more directed towards a physical product. But I would really consider consideration to be more of your free content, more of demonstrating your expertise and providing value. Then, of course, you've got the engagement or nurture sequence, or part of the funnel, where you're really kind of, now you've got the people that are looking forward, anticipating your emails every week. They're opening your emails, but you've got to keep in mind the point of the funnel is people are going to drop off along the way. You're always going to have people dropping off at every stage, because then again, that's what we're talking about here, as well as your conversion from stage to stage. So once we're down into this bottom of the funnel area, hopefully you can see my cursor down here, that is where we're still engaging and nurturing. That may be offering a free consultation. That could be a free trial for your membership. That might be doing demos of a product. These are all ways to continue to move people through. Then we've got creating the customer, and that's the conversion. And those are typically our launches, right? These are where we're going to do our 5-day challenges, our free video series. It's going to be our webinars, etc. That is where we take them now into our world as a paying customer. And then, of course, there's ongoing as far as our delivery and measurement. Delivery being retaining, if you're a membership site, maybe it's retaining your members by the content that you deliver to your membership every week. If it's a course, it's probably how much you can do to help your students make progress through the course and make progress in their businesses or lives, depending on what your course is about. So a lot of that delivery, it says here things like social media, email, and blogging. It's more what happens within your course or membership, that you create those success milestones for your students or members, and you create the retention.